guys, today I'm going to be ranking every single DCEU movie from worst to best in my opinion, so let's get started. Coming in at number 9 is Justice League. I despise this movie for a lot of reasons. There was so much hype going into it, and as much as Justice League 2 seems to be a pretty good movie, maybe even the best movie in the DCEU, this movie is not that. It's probably my least favorite movie of all time. Every character doesn't feel like they should. Ezra Miller's Flash is terrible. He doesn't feel like Barry Allen. As much as I don't like the newer seasons of the Flash, like season 4, 5, mainly 5, but a little bit of 4, because there are enjoyable moments in 4, but 4 and 5, and the second half of season 6, I um but Grant Gustin's Flash is still a good Flash because he kind of looks like the Flash, except he's not blonde. But Ezra Miller doesn't act like the Flash, doesn't look. His costume is terrible. Everything's terrible. This movie, no person feels like how they should. The villain's just a space creature, which makes no sense. And legit, it's just a terrible movie itself. All the CGI is terrible. Everything, for me personally, is terrible. Number 3, they have Suicide Squad. Most people are a lot more harsh on this movie than me. I enjoy for what it's trying to be. It's trying to be this in Hero Season 2 they did the Suicide Squad in episode 16, and they took inspiration from that. Because that was a really good Suicide Squad. And the real writers, they had like a whole different idea planned out. All character development, everything. But the Warner Bros. Took that away, replaced the story, and they only had 6 weeks to do it. And then they also replaced the story. So yeah, this has so much potential, but it comes in at number 8. But there are good moments, like really good moments, and the cast is mostly pretty good. Coming in at number 7 is Wonder Woman 1984. This movie was supposed to be a Christmas special type movie, and it was disappointing to say the least. It had good elements, a few good scenes. It doesn't deserve all the hate it's getting, in my opinion. But overall, it was just a very bland and flimsy movie that I really don't enjoy. Wonder Woman's character in here is fine. Steve coming back made no sense. The story they crafted made no sense. Everything just didn't make sense, I'm trying to say. The wish stuff made no sense. It's just a nonsenseless movie. Me at number 6 is Birds of Prey. People are a lot harder on this movie than me, but personally, I really enjoy it. Like, now we're getting into movies I consider pretty good. It's a good movie. It's not great or amazing, but I enjoy it for what it's trying to be. It's supposed to be this Harley Quinn type um trying to show how life is for Harley Quinn. People don't like it because it's so different from the life that they are used to. But I disagree. This is Harley Quinn's life. A crazy maniacal woman or girl or whatever, teenager or whatever. Crazy stuff. That's what this movie's supposed to be. It has its problems. I think there are bad moments. I think there are good moments. But overall, the plot makes sense. But the bad moments, there's so many of them, it kind of makes sense. But this movie, I'm positive for what it's trying to be, and I respect it for that. So it's like an 8 out of 10 for me. Like, it's a good movie. It's just not amazing or even great. Kicking off my top 5 list is Aquaman. Now we're getting into the great movies. Aquaman is fantastic. Um, it was miles better than I thought it would be. Miles. It really showed the underwater world as like a threat. How the underwater people wanted to attack the surface world or whatever. It showed Aquaman's life in a way that made sense. The trip. It showed his backstory, his mom. Everything really made sense. It was just a lot of fun, and it was just a fun movie, pretty much. Coming in number 4 in Batman v Superman, a lot of people say this movie's so messy and conflicted with stupid stuff or whatever. I disagree. This movie for me is great. A tier, not S. Top 3 is S. But right now it's a solid movie. I really enjoy what they're trying to do at the end of Man of Steel. They wanted to try and Batman saw all the destruction that was caused because of Superman and Kryptonian, and he wanted to kill Superman. So this movie had, it would have been good if it only had 2 plots, but it had 3 plots. It was the Man of Steel plot, it was Batman v Superman, which was, those 2 would have been fine, but it also had kind of the Justice League plot. They added Wonder Woman in, so those 3 plots, it's a great movie. It's just kind of messy, but I enjoy it for what it's trying to be, and by itself, it's a really good movie. Kicking off my top 3 list is Man of Steel. Whenever I watched this film, I thought it was fine because it was so Like Zack Snyder's Superman was so damn different from the Superman that I'm used to, or most people are used to. But after rewatch, I saw what Zack Snyder was going for. He was going for trying to create a Superman that we're not used to. Just like I said, he was trying to create a Superman that is hopeful, bright, or anything like that. He's like this kind of dark in a little bit. And that's what I appreciate about it. He's trying to create a Superman that's different from what we know, but does it in a way that makes it feel sense. He shows Superman's backstory in a way that makes sense and feels good. That's why I really enjoy this movie. Okay, our runner-up is Wonder Woman. When I first heard they were gonna make this movie, I thought it would be terrible, probably. But Patty Jenkins crafted a story that made sense in a way that actually made you feel Wonder Woman. The action CGI are all amazing. First two acts are amazing, to be honest. Everything just works. Third act, people don't like it. I really enjoyed it till the last CGI battle, which is fine. It was pretty cool, but it took way too long. But coming in at number one is Shazam. Shazam is fun, bright, everything you want from a movie, all cluttered into like everything you want from a Shazam movie. It's in this movie. This is like the perfect DC movie, one that gives you stuff to like, um, funny jokes, testaments. Pacing is awesome. The last CGI battle, unlike most DCU movies, Man of Steel and this one don't take too long and are actually pretty good in look, and also Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman takes too long. Should have just been like 5 minutes, but it took like 15 minutes. This one took like 10 minutes, which is a little over, but fine. It's just a great movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. Probably my second favorite. Yes, my second favorite. The only problem is that when you watch the trailer, you probably already know what's going to happen for the first third of the movie. So it's a 9.5 out of 10 about.